Drones have salvaged all resources left in the battlefield. I got 2 modules, a bunch of organics, some fuel, some much needed metals, explosives, and some credits. Okay, are you happy? Good. Shield batteries and a double command bridge. Now currently I've got a triple command bridge, so this is good for nothing. These shield batteries are nice, and I have space for them, so I'll put those in there. It gives me a bonus on the shielding, just in case I actually encounter somebody with energy weapons. Now I'll pull this guy and this guy back into there. Okay, battle end, and back to the star map. This little ticker here can have some fairly very interesting comments that suddenly just, today's menu, algae sauce. Mothership AI collects insect wings as a hobby. Some of these things in here are just hilarious. So we're going to check that gas giant. And nothing we can do here. Beautiful. So if we hadn't shot that guy down, we have no fuel to leave. So let's warp here. We've already been here, so we'll warp to the trade sector. Ship repairs. How are we on ship repairs? We're down 1 damage, so there's not much. So we'll do a quick scan around the system just to see if there is anything of interest. Because the systems always seem to go counterclockwise, I usually go clockwise just to give myself a little minimalized amount of fuel consumption, even though I do a complete circle. You have to keep your eye on how much fuel you have used, and then we'll warp. I'll go check out a large metal object. Today's menu, more algae sauce. Large asteroids, low value. Let's go check out the large metal objects. Investigate and salvage. And still found stuff. 5 fuel. Not enough to make it worthwhile, but okay. I have no choice. I have to go and attack this ship. So let's go do that. Hello. 2 little ships. Oh, prepare for battle. I haven't fought slavers in a long time. Okay, now what we have here is 2 ships. This one, of course, has a single reactor right here and is unshielded and has low hit points. This one is a lot more heavily armed and has actually 3 or 4 reactors. And I forgot to move my crew to my weapons. So we're going to target that gun on that reactor, that gun, which we're going to turn on. I'm also going to target this reactor, this gun, which I have to turn on. I'm only going to target this reactor with it. This is why we order crew to move before we go to a thing, but you know, for me, I'm not thinking always. We do have an ace in the hole, and I can do is I can throw enough ammo. I do. let's do is we will, not that, this. We'll replace that splitter. We'll grab the warp guy and we'll put him in there, and we'll take this and we're going to just target the hull on this ship. Okay, since everybody's got their orders, they know what they're going to do. Let's get running. Power these weapons up. Oh, we're having a serious lag spike. Okay, what happened there? Okay, what happened? There we go. Turn on, please. Thank you. We did have some shots on here. As you can see, it knocked out knocked out all their guns by hitting that one reactor. Pretty much completely disabled their ship with that volley. This one, that reactor is knocked out, and this is why I don't like running at normal time. I really wish they hadn't taken away that time slow. But okay, that reactor's on fire and it's been put out, so they have a crew in there working on it. If the crew's working on fixing their internal components, like these reactors, it can seriously slow down. Like the rest of the reload times and stuff have to reset and that kind of thing. 8 hit points. This guy he's up and running. He only has one gun. That's why I'm not counting him as a high threat. And all it takes is one shot on their reactor to knock it off the line for the moment. So now when it comes back online, I gotta wait for his gun to reload. And this one's come back online, and now I gotta wait for this gun to reload. And it's offline. And see, now this one's back online. And now we can pause. And I'm not even going to bother aiming for the reactor with the rest of these guns. I'm going to target the hull. And turn out time. Okay, I have a turbine engine on fire here. I'm going to pull this guy off and get him on fire patrol. Somewhere in here I have or had a drone guy. If you push button E, it shows you your whole crew. Yeah. This is a problem I've had in the past where the ship was on fire and they just kind of run around and go, wow, what do we do? Okay. Salvage everything left on the battlefield. 1 fate point, 44 explosives, some synthetics, metals, a whack of fuel, which I need, some organics, and some 4 modules. Ooh, very nice. What do we got? Okay, this we're just going to store a reactor, a spare reactor. This makes 10 power. This reactor makes 12. We need 31 power to keep the entire ship up and running. Oh, this one, yeah. See, these custom reactors unstable, they require a lot of energy to keep running. We're going to pause time. This is something else that bothers me because it continues to consume when you're checking stuff. Organics container, we're going to scrap that. This, I want to scrap this, but I think I'm just literally going to store both of these. The reason for that is you can always have a spare. It never hurts to have a spare, because if you lose one in combat, you can't replace it. With a spare, at least you can fix it right away. Get him fixing, put out the fire, and then he went back to his station. You help him on fixing. All right, you go back to, actually you go back to that station. You go back to this station. You go to this station. You go back to that station. Okay. Oh, that's right. He was manning. There was a gun that I had there. Okay. So now we'll go to star map, and where are we floating? Next to large asteroids of low value. Let's check these out. Prospect the asteroids. Some copper. Very nice. Seriously? Okay. Try it again. Let's go to this gas. Now I like it because it gives you an indicator which ones you've been to. Harvest away. It contains scientific evidence, weather data, and finish. Yeah, because it just give you the hint of that the weather storms were very on the meteorological data. Okay, so we'll take that. We're doing pretty good. We're not overstuffed. One of the things in the last update was they said that they upped the storage capacity on some of these things, because I think a lot of people were running into the problem where they were literally getting so overstuffed with one thing. Like there's a couple of shipyards where if you visit the shipyard, you're pretty much overstuffed in inventory. Okay, we'll warp to this destination. Stay away from the warp gate, because if you touch the warp gate and then leave, it can be bad. That warp gate is the end of the demo, by the way. So we'll check out these nearby planets and see if there's anything of interest. Okay, harvest away. Fuel we always need. Okay, let's go check out this. Multi-species community or galactic jokers. Contemplators are deep in thought and they don't know what they want. Great. Let's have a chat with them, see if they have anything of interest. Meet the locals. Supported with some resources. Awesome. Some fate points. Some Xeno data, by the way, is your credit. That's his money. Fuel, of course, is always needed, and food is always helpful. Okay, convert to fuel. This is new, because it used to be you had the option to eject into space, but because I'm very close to being full on a lot of things, I'm actually going to do something different. I'm going to turn the SOS beacon on and see if we get lucky hard way. Prepare for battle. Okay, these are small. They're both small ships. One reactor, two reactors. So they both have good reactors. A lot of railguns. These could actually prove to be rather difficult to destroy, but not what I was hoping for. You go there. You go there. Let's bring up cargo. We'll swap this out with that, and we'll send this guy here. I do have to find some extra crew. Okay, and we're going to target that reactor. Target this ship as a whole. Target his reactor. And target the ship as a whole. Alright, let's have at her, see what we can do. Concern is, of course, as I'm watching my ammunition, every shot uses ammo. Okay, critical hit knocked out his thing, so that was a good choice of reactors. If I can actually damage the reactors, I can take their ships down fairly easily. Preferably without them knocking my ship out, or hopefully without running out of ammunition. Okay, that ship is offline. I am going to do is I'm actually going to turn off those two guns. I don't want them firing. If I can avoid it. Okay, we'll do one more. You target that reactor, turn this one back on. I'm almost out of ammunition. Okay, that's it for ammo. I'm now relying on this point defense to finish this ship off. One hit point is all it takes. That's how close it comes. So we'll scavenge this thing. Now, of course, it's showing scavenging way over there, and we are way over here, but that's okay. We have 29 ammunition, so that's not enough to do anything. 3 modules. If we don't have some energy-based weapons, we're kind of screwed. 2 warp drives and an old shield generator. None of these are any good, but we will scrap, scrap, and scrap.